Elon Musk's neurotechnology company Neuralink has received approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, to launch its first in-human brain implant clinical study. Neuralink, founded by Elon Musk in 2016, aims to assist paralyzed individuals in regaining mobility and provide rehabilitation for other neurological conditions. Previous studies have been conducted on animals, and Neuralink has been the subject of multiple investigations by the U.S. District Attorney's Inspector General Office regarding potential violations of the Animal Welfare Act. On Thursday, the company tweeted that recruitment for the clinical in-human trial has not yet opened and further announcements will be made. Meanwhile, the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne has developed and implanted a brain-spine interface that establishes a direct neurological connection between the brain and the spinal cord.
Shalom, shalom, HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE, the teachable well. Peace and salutations be to the full elect. RAWCHAA coming at you from the province of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. Alright, so that's going to be going into this article, coming from the end time headlines. You can get it as an app or look at it on the website. But they're saying here, the FDA approves Elon Musk putting a computer in a human's brain. Okay. Now, if I can, if it be the Lord's will, yeah, the article right here, it says, Elon Musk's brain-computer interface company Neuralink says it has received Food and Drug Administration, which is FDA approval to launch its first in-human clinical study. Anything that gets approved by the FDA, is eventually rolls out in the next few months, man. As we've seen with the C9, the YAHAWAH, okay, when that was approved by the FDA, it was rolled out within the next few months, man. It was rolled out. Operation Warp Speed, meaning they sped those things up. Okay, but likewise with this, they're going the prophecies are speeding up. You see prophecies coming back to back. The Lord said these prophecies shall not be slack, one after another. As a woman with birth pains in her ninth month, but the Lord is also speeding up the times. He's shortening the days for the elect's sake. It says, if this is true, it means that actual humans could be getting a device from Neuralink. Actual humans could be getting a device from Neuralink implanted in their heads. Okay? And this dude's been working on Neuralink brain chips for a minute now, man. Okay? Now he's finally got the green light to do human in clinical trials, man. Of course they do trials with anything. They pay the people who agreed to become lab rats a certain sum of money, man. But ain't no sum of money gonna be able to buy you, okay, mercy from the judgment of the Lord if you go and try to test it and become a lab rat for this shit, or when it becomes mandatory, it becomes globalized and normalized. When you take it, then it's gonna be the Motb, the hour interpretation. It's gonna be actual testing time, So you can either go get it in a testing period when they're doing the clinical trials, or get it when it actually comes forth and is made mandatory. Either or, you're gonna get destroyed if you get that shit in you, man. All right, that is something that it reconfigures your whole body. Okay, it is a computer, and it changes you into a product of Babylon, a product of Esau, Edom. Okay, you become one of their creations. All right, this is why that's one sin that you cannot really repent from, man. You still have to get judged for that sin. That's one sin you're going to have to face judgment for. There is no dodging that judgment for this sin, man. It says if this is true, it means that actual humans could be getting a device from Neuralink implanted in their heads. The news follows Elon Musk's November claim that Neuralink was about 6 months away from its first human trial, which suggests it's the rare Musk it's the rare Musk promise that's actually coming true on time. You know, he promised it was going to be in 6 months time frame, and look what's happening. The announcement of a future human trial isn't nearly as much of a milestone as the results of that trial. The announcement of a future human trial isn't nearly as much of a milestone as the results of that trial. But this isn't just any trial. This represents Elon Musk, of all people, getting to attach a device to a human brain. Alright, who willing to risk their life for this shit, man, pretty much. They gotta be getting paid a fortune. But even at that fortune ain't gonna be able to buy you mercy from judgment. You know, the Lord is coming in his fierce wrath and fierce anger. You know, like a whirlwind. What's gonna save you from that, man? You're gonna have this damn mark on you. You're gonna have a target on your fucking forehead or in your hand. You know, either way you slice it, you're gonna be a target to the Lord when he pulls up. You got that shit inside of you, man. It says, and it makes us wonder who would sign up for such a thing and why. Will it be someone who might have an important medical reason, or someone who wants to draw the world's attention at Musk's side? And is there any chance it's Elon Musk himself? No, man, they got sacrificial pawns. They got sacrificial pawns to use in every matter, in every case. Okay? Watch that show, Utopia. Alright? You can watch on Amazon Prime. But they got sacrificial pawns. Okay? In every area, in every situation, like they showed on that show. They had a body double, pretty much. One person died and the other person stayed alive, man. Okay? Person was sacrificed and the other person stayed. They got people that are actually like agents that has never been made known to the world. They send them out to be sacrificial pawns, you know, whenever they need a sacrificial pawn. Or they can just bring up that bag on it and say, okay, this is how much we're paying if you come and do these clinical trials. And guess what? Everybody run into that motherfucking clinic, you know, because people, especially in the time of inflation that we're in now, you know, the hard times that we're in now, where people are really struggling. Majority of America is broke, you know, because the news article came out about 80% of America being broke, pretty much. You know, people gonna run for that shit. And the fact they said as a person, could it be a person with a medical condition? It goes to show you the scripture talks about those many miracles. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Revelation 13 and 14, and it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Alright, so those many miracles is going to be what? When you think about miracles, you think about the things that YAHAWASHI himself was doing when he was on earth. What did he do? He made the lame walk. He made the deaf hear again. He made the blind see. Okay? And this is what Elon Musk plans to do with his brain chip. He plans to cure all these things that you may have been afflicted by from birth, or afflicted by from your childhood, whatever, a disease or whatever it may be. You're going to tell your brain to send out certain chemicals to get rid of that thing that you suffer from, man. It's going to unlock certain parts in your brain, you know, with that computer chip, just to get that part of your body functioning again, man, you know. And that would be a miracle on the left-hand side, okay, because he's doing miracles with the Motb. All right, get back in to the article. It says, Musk has claimed he will get the device implanted in his own head at some unspecified time in the future. Let's see. Go ahead. Attaboy. Says Musk has claimed he will get the device implanted in his own head at some unspecified time in the future. Meanwhile, Neuralink has been accused of abusing its monkey test subjects. Alright, the monkeys was going through it. He was putting the monkeys through the ringer, man. He was already been doing trials on the monkeys. Okay? The monkeys ain't been reacting well to those things, man. A lot of monkeys died with that shit in them, man. You know. But the FDA just gave the approval for it to be put in humans. So he had to have some successes. It says a claim the company denies and is under investigation for allegedly transporting contaminated devices removed from monkeys. Okay, because what? He's still trying to use those devices. He's still trying to use some chips. He said there's still some good. Chips must be expensive, man. You know, you ever watch that movie Upgrade? Which I've been meaning to watch that movie again. But if you ever watched that movie, there was a scientist that was working on these chips, and he put all his hard work into these chips, man. But they were so it was so advanced, you know, that he took special care for it. Okay, so he had gave conditions to the man that had it within him. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, make sure you have this here a certain time and there a certain time. You know, and then in the end, he found out that the chip was so advanced that it really literally had a mind of its own, and it was controlling the scientist that created it the entire time. You know, but you gotta watch that movie, man. And the person it was in, it took over his body. And I don't want to give too much spoilers. I already told the whole movie pretty much, so Salakia. But it goes to show you that they put their plans and their devices within their movies. You watch these movies and you start to realize, oh shit, this nigga trying to come up on one on us, man. Trying to pull a fast one on us. Alright, it says the FDA rejected an early 2022 Neuralink application for human trials, as reported by Reuters, apparently outlining dozens of issues the company needed to address, according to the Washington Post. So he tried to get it appealed before, you know, and he couldn't. You know, you can look up this article. You have to look at this article and see, but I got to get back to this road, so I'm gonna just bring the scriptures out. Bring the scriptures out and close it out, man. This motherfucker's driving crazy on this road today. It's Salakia. But that article is pretty much going into FDA approves Elon Musk Neuralink brain chip. So I gotta type in on Safari or Google, whatever you may use. But we got the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, so the vision is speaking. Okay, now you have the vision actually speaking. Alright, back then it was just like, oh, there's gonna be a mark on people they're gonna have to buy and sell with it. Now you understand that, oh shit, it's a chip. It's inside, you know, in your hand or your forehead. It's actually a computer chip. You know, you understand the technology behind it. Now you understand, you know, where it's coming from and its functions and the things that it can actually do, the miracles it can accomplish and stuff like that, man. Back then it was just, you know, it was on the paper. But now it's off the paper, standing up and looking you dead in the face, man. I'm literally reading prophecy. I'm literally reading about prophecy, you know, and not from the scriptures, but from these devils themselves, from the actual public where everybody can see it, you know, on World Wide Web, the internet, man, the internet of all things, unicorn, where these elites and these devils have allowed it to be talked about. They're actually coming out saying that they're doing trials for the Motb, the mark of the beast, man. Okay. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 6. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. So the end is here, man. The end of the time is upon us. The days are upon us. When you're hearing stuff like this, that means you ain't got much longer, man. You know, scriptures say when you hear these things, then shall you know that the Most High spake of these things from the beginning. You know, now you know that he's beginning to visit the earth, which he made. Okay? see. It says in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man should, okay, so it's going to be either in your right hand or your foreheads. And forehead ain't specifically in your forehead, but in your brain. It's actually in your brain. Okay, so they're calling this a brain chip. Scriptures say, in your forehead, but it's, I must call it a brain chip. So either way you want to slice it, it's the same thing. Okay. Some people may say they get it in their arm, but it's same thing as getting in your hand, man. No matter where you get this thing inserted inside of you. Okay, knowing its functions, you're gonna be in trouble with the Lord. All right, and they're gonna use this, and they're gonna say, depart from your religion, depart from whatever you believe in, depart from your faith, and come into this new faith, this new one world religion. This NWO, come and worship this image, and they can present that Motb to you, and they say you either take this or you get beheaded, and then you're gonna know you're in the time of revelation. That's when the unbeliever's gonna believe, but it's gonna be too late by then. Way too late by then, man. It says the book of 2nd Ezra, Salakia, verse 17, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell without it. That's how you identify the Motb, because it is built around purchasing and selling. It's built around commerce, trading. You won't be able to get this unless you have this. That's what the Motb is built around. Okay. These guys saying white woman, you got these guys saying embargo, you got these guys saying it's spiritual, you don't listen to these guys, man. They're stumbling blocks. They are literally deep, dark holes set randomly in the floor for you to fall into and not be able to get out of. There's no ladder in that hole, man. There's no ladder in that hole. You fall into that hole, it's over for your ass. The only people that can get out is the elect, which you may have some of the elect in some of these false camps, man. Some of these other camps that push false doctrine, and then they're just there trying to figure out their way. The Lord ain't unlocked their minds yet. Okay, but eventually they will be unlocked in due time. We got something called the 11th hour brothers coming at the last minute. Okay, probably most likely coming out of these camps when the Motb comes out, and then these people start confessing that they're the actual wicked. Start saying, yeah, if you don't get this, you can't be with the NWO system, and you must be put to death, you must be beheaded. That's when everybody gonna say, okay, GMS had the true 100% doctrine. And you gonna have 11th hour brothers. It's like, okay, I ain't getting with that shit. I'm getting with the program of the Lord. MILLSTONE. I was really doing the wrong thing this entire time. Damn, they'll be repenting. Brothers gonna get right with the program. It says 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. They're gonna run your ass, man. Okay? They gonna run your ass. Alright? Ain't no getting away. Ain't no getting out of that punishment. Got this thing put inside of you. Ain't no getting out of that. They gonna run you, and then the Lord gonna run you over when he pull up. Throw him a nuclear fire, man. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I can not walk to listen to truly sincerity. Till next time, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.